Welcome to episode 12 of the Monday Morning Podcast, and a happy Targmart to all of you. On our second holiday episode, we discuss whether it is possible to abstain from the holidays, chapstick, capitalistic Christmas and its costs, and how to reinvent the wheel as a big green Grinch.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
We're back.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we're back.
Has it been a while? I don't even
I don't
know
remember.
anymore.
Our last Skype call was from a calendar month ago for our bi-weekly podcast. So
For our podcast that's every Monday,
Yeah.
bi-weekly
Yeah.
on Tuesdays.
yeah, so we're actually right on schedule for because we use like opposite dog years, where every 2 weeks is a lie. Hi.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
The Gregorian calendar is really oppressive, so we have just kind of eliminated that obstacle.
Also,
yeah.
Caesar is the feds, by the way.
By the way.
Anyways, so my
Marky
name
Poo.
is Harry. I'll go with that. Harry Jensen, Vigo John Jensen.
Wow.
Security.
Full ass
Yay.
vajayjay.
The
Social
JJ.
security number 521.
Whoa.
Oh.
They didn't give me a whole one.
Oh.
Yeah, actually they said I could get my dad's, but they didn't give it to me. My daddy,
Aw.
my little daddy my little dashing through the snow reindeer daddy
On a
died.
one-horse open sleigh.
Hey.
Wow.
Yeah, open casket, you know what I mean? Just kidding, he was cremated.
yeah.
His sleigh was
Yeah,
closed.
no, I don't get it.
My daddy died January 5th, 2017, coming up on the big 4.
Yup.
And he was sort of, let's say that there was a point where in the ocean of life, he was jet skiing.
Mhm.
And then
Ah,
he ran through a big patch of cancer kelp. And it went metastatic, mega chapstick all over him. And he died of stage 4 colon cancer. Went from the pooper up to the lungs, choked him out like
Chapped.
Joe Rogan MMA style.
Oh.
And he didn't even tap out, so he got conked. And now he's a little seashell. So that's my story.
Full circle. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you for sharing, Harry.
From
That
Joe
was
Rogan, we came and we left, you know?
Really, yeah.
That was
Yeah,
poetic.
thank you guys.
Welcome, Harry.
Hi, Harry.
I'm Gabby. My mom died September 3rd, 2016. September never ends. It is true. How did she die? You know, I'll go along with the sports or the kind of adventurous theme.
Yeah.
She was skydiving.
Tomb Raider.
She just
Oh.
was free falling.
No
Just
shoot.
Right. It was I
Tom
know
Petty.
we've mentioned Subway Surfers before, but it was kind of
Oh,
like
yeah.
she like had to like launch into the cancer cells, like you know what would be like coins, but
Yeah.
it's like big old juicy cells.
Ooh, yummy, like
Wow.
a
She hit
raspberries.
the bottom splat, just big chapstick.
Big chapsticks. Okay.
Really sad. It was really sad. R.I.P.
Meta chapstick.
She caught that Subway to the face. Oh, hey, Gabby.
Hey,
Hey,
Gabby.
Hey, Gabby.
My name's Madison. My
Sup?
mother also died September 3rd, 2016.
fucking copycat.
Yeah. Ooh.
I know.
Get your own shit.
Yeah.
Okay, well, could I go first for once? Then you could be copying me.
Okay, fine.
This is just the order of operations. PEMDAS.
PEMDAS, please excuse my dope ass swag.
Appendicitis.
PEMDAS, pain equals my dad as
ass
trash.
sad.
That's PEMDOT. Okay, go on, Maddie.
Okay. So my mom died. I'm not going to follow in the athletic footsteps. It's kind of like Mom was an Etch-a-Sketch and
Ooh.
God was in control of said Etch-a-Sketch and he just kind of went
He shook shit up.
He just shook shit up. Yeah. Well, no, he didn't shake it. The shaking was her ultimate death. But he just kind of was etch-a-sketching cancer throughout her.
Oh, yeah.
Because it also was metastatic, chapstick. Megatron.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, he just kept etch-a-sketching until there was nothing. There was no space left.
Oh, so he did the
He hit all
thing
the stops.
where he was like taking you take like a bunch of right turns with like one of the nozzles, so it just keeps on getting like blacker and deeper. It's all one line. It's God does a hand on the page.
Yep.
No, he's a crafty fucker.
That's poetic.
He's good at that etch-a-sketch. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry, Maddie. That's
it's okay. Yeah,
sort of
it
sucks.
happens.
Well, our parents died of cancer, and here we are.
Yay.
And our lips are just so chapped.
We're so chapped.
What are we talking about today, guys?
Our chapped lips.
We're talking
this
about
time of year, which is winter
Dry.
time.
Reptilian, almost like.
Scaly, just like our parents.
Anunnaki
On the
mommy, yeah.
deathbed.
Anunnaki mommy.
Anunnaki
We're talking
mommy.
about. I'll answer my own question. We're talking about.
Please do.
The holidays again. Targmart Returns, Part 2. We fucking hate. We're Scrooges, and we're proud of it.
We believe in stealing if it's from a corporation.
We do.
I'm
We
speaking for the
absolutely
three of
do.
us.
This is in our constitution, and
especially chapstick. It's not even stealing if it's chapstick.
No, not at all. Just give me a tub of Vaseline from the man. And
what? I up you. Burt's Bees, bitch. I'm Burt's Bees.
Yeah, I don't know what I just said, but
if you can't handle it, you're just petroleum jealous. So.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We're completely fine, and we know what we're gonna talk about today. So.
Boom. So so we're just doing a holiday check-in for our little griefy babies. And
we're going deep this winter, griefies.
Oh yeah, we're going deep in those little. I don't know if anyone's here from the Midwest, and you made those like during recess, you would make those like snow tunnels, outside, where like hamster tunnels, but like sort of like from The Great Escape, and they keep getting narrower, and you don't know if there's like a friend on the other side, or you're just cold and alone.
I don't remember that, but I relate still.
Yeah, but I still relate. So let's just, a quick refresher. Targmart is the moniker for all things corporate marketing, Zuck, Bezos, everything, the whole Hallmark propaganda. So every time, if you're a grief baby and you see a bus go by with a 45-foot long billboard stapled to it that says, "What are you gonna get, Daddy, for Christmas? A new pair of legs, you pussy?" That's Targmart actually coming down on you with the hammer of the institution. Yeah. And we are taking a stand, and we're standing inside of our bone dry Patreon saying no more, because we are getting out lobbied by Hallmark. So every time we say Targmart, just assume it's corporate evil, and it's being mean. It's on buses. It's in little cards. It's little commercials. Where little families are grabbing their children, saying, "I love you, and I love your mom."
It's actually right under your fucking Christmas tree right
it's
now.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, sleeping. So.
They gear up for Christmas in fucking March. It's like Jesus
ridiculous.
H.
Yeah.
The agenda, the regime is it's constant.
It never ends.
Yeah.
And I think I speak for all of us when I say that we thought that there was maybe a glimmer of hope with the pandemic. That maybe people wouldn't celebrate this year, or it wouldn't be such a big deal, and we'd finally tear the veil off of Targmart and really see the truth.
Our Scrooge spirits were soaring with hope.
I really thought, and then, was I a little disappointed when people were actually just traveling across country on a plane to see their grandma? Yes.
Yeah, just to kiss her on the mouth. Yeah.
Yeah,
no, it shows how well adjusted we are, where it's like there's this devastating disease sweeping through, and we're like, all right, we're going to be all alone. This could work out. This might be just what we need. Is just a little bit of isopropyl mega isolation in the hole.
Yeah.
But I for one noticed, I don't know about you guys, but so Thanksgiving is a big one because 2 days before Thanksgiving, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving, which I call to be or not to be, parentheses, not to be. Daddy is not to be. That's when my daddy went paralyzed, and I was like working this year, so I like missed the day. But then when I got off work the next day, like the evil clockwork of my scarred, torched, like chapped to obliv soul, like the clockwork struck midnight of remembrance of things past, and it just all hit me. And I was thinking a lot. I've been listening to a bunch of existentialism tapes because well adjusted like a clock.
Yep.
And what always gets me at this time of the year is it doesn't seem to matter what I do. And like existentialism for me is a lot about responsibility and choice and the power to make choices that might result in some kind of, anything. But I do find when this time of year comes around, it's like totally beyond me.
Yeah.
It's just the calendar itself. Or maybe like the ghost of Hallmark sticking his fingers in my wallet and being like, "Why are there so many pictures of Daddy here? Why don't you spend this cashola?" But that hit me hard this year, because it's like it's all. I always hope every year that I've like done something the last 330 days where I'm like, I'm sort of an iron wall of fortitude and like Reese's Puffs vitamins, and no one's gonna get through. And Hallmark can suck my dongo, my Apple dongle. But it just takes over. It just hits you. Do you guys feel like that? Like just no matter the date.
Why is it always a surprise?
It is a surprise.
Why am I always surprised by the surprise? It's like this fucking dual thing that happens. No, I completely agree. I don't have like the prequel to Thanksgiving dread, but yeah, Thanksgiving, the past couple years, we have been trying to like reinvent the holidays, and yet somehow it's like the sun rises and casts this giant shadow upon the day. No matter what the fuck happens, it's like, we're going to reinvent. No, the shadow of mommy past still manages to just shade the entire fucking day.
It
and it's
shades
like,
my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had
like,
Gabby and I had like a Friendsgiving. I hate that term. It's like really lame in my opinion. But we had a quote unquote Friendsgiving with like my best friends, people I consider my chosen family. And like it was really great, but like there was just still that like bitter taste of
So
just
bitter.
like, this is just so annoying. And like no matter what you do, I feel like that like stress just occurs during the holidays, from outside parties, inside parties, whatever. And it's like, there's just this like little bit of pressure, even if you're just trying to do something fucking simple. It's like somehow a bomb manages to fucking explode, and it's like,
right in the wishbone.
Why do we put ourselves through this?
There's pressure. There's always a little dysfunction junction, just even if it's just with friends. Like, it's. I just feel like there's this energy, like from Thanksgiving to Christmas, that it's just like,
Totally.
Things are just weirdly like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but honestly, after this last Thanksgiving, because this is like our second year of trying to like reinvent the wheel, and I woke up the next morning, I was like, never again. I literally like sat up straight and I was like, I will never celebrate Thanksgiving again. I literally would like, I feel like the only solution at this point is just like going to a private fucking island like for the holidays. Like, I just don't want to be around anyone, because like, I don't know if you guys noticed this too, but I think, and maybe it's just a thing when you kind of, I can never tell if it's because my family's so dysfunctional and people know I don't see them, or if it's just like growing up and like you see your family less. But like people really don't want you to be alone on the holidays. And like I've experienced this since like I was younger too, but I just think it's funny because it's just like I would actually much rather be alone than like deal with the shit. So like it's just a weird thing to me when I'm just like I could give two fucks if I'm alone. To me this is a Thursday. This is literally just a thirsty chapstick Thursday.
Thirsty Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, you're not going to catch me with a fucking Christmas tree, okay, Targmart?
No, fuck no.
Couple things.
You will not see my fist up a turkey's anus ever.
No.
I always do it in the dark. Yeah. Anyways, a couple notes. The whole time you were talking about the sun being blocked, I pictured like an eclipse, but instead of the moon, it's like one of those like, it was like a giant like Hallmark card that like opens up, you know, and has like noise. It just like rises above. Yeah, it just sings to you. You're alone, little baby. And also, even the private island, I bet Targmart would just like send one of those biplanes that does like smoke writing. And it would slowly spell out in cursive, "What you get, mommy." They don't even like pay for all the words. They just pay to hurt you. But yeah, I do feel that it's such. I've been like thinking a lot about this, but like the impossibility to win the holidays because you're trying to reinvent the wheel, and you're like, oh, the wheel could be better, but the wheel is like running over your gonads at the same time, so it's not like you polish the wheel, it's gonna be awesome. Cause I have one of my friends this year invited me to spend Christmas with him and his family, which is like really sweet, and there's a big part of me that's like, oh, that'd be really nice, I want to do that and give them all my little cronies, my little cronies. But then there's the other part of me that is just like Gollum. It's like, you should be alone. You should be alone. You're dirty. They don't understand. Like, it's just like, wait, so I think the better choice is to be horribly alone, and I might be right. And it's bad. You know, it's just that thing. And so, like, every year I'm like, I think I'm going to nail it. I'm going to somehow both be with the family and not alone, and they're my family. And, oh shit, it's February. And it went bad. Time.
Yeah.
The holidays are a losing game. They're just you just have to, like, forfeit. Yeah.
I know. Well, how do you forfeit? Maybe we should talk about that. How do we forfeit? Because Gabby, you've been giving it the old Grinch pinch for a while, but it still keeps
Gabby's the biggest fucking Grinch. And honestly, I just want to touch on like the pandemic really quick. This is like a little tangent, but like seeing people go home during a fucking global pandemic, okay? Getting on planes with their dirty little grubby corona fingies. I consider it survival of the fittest. I'm getting Darwin in the conversation. I call on Darwin. Okay, I'm sorry, but
Chuck D.
I'm just
Charles
like, you
D.
know what? I know what's gonna happen. Okay, yeah, you're gonna give it to grandma. You're gonna give it to grandpa. Okay, and you're gonna give it to everybody. And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
And
it's survival of the fucking
that you were at our rally for anti-Targmart, our picket sign.
Picket sign 6 feet a fucking part. Okay.
At the Rockefeller Christmas tree. I'm just gonna be like, fuck Targmart.
Signs made out of recycled paper. The picket, we literally steal them from people's picket fences.
Socially distanced.
Because there's only 3 of us, and there's a lot of space at Rockefeller Plaza, so it's you know, we're gonna have room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, I think.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Back.
Okay. Yeah. Wait. What was the other question? I don't remember. I was about to.
Oh, how do we not just absolutely just get eviscerated by the holidays? How do we beat Targmart's regime?
Well, can you forfeit if you're in the culture where it exists? Like, can you actually forfeit?
It's hard. It's really hard, and I would love any grief babies that agree to please reach out and let us know if you have an answer, because I think
how do you quit?
This is kind of a philosophical question.
I think it's like a really personal journey.
Yeah.
Like I think that like each grief baby, each dysfunction junction child needs to like figure out what feels good for them, and then whatever that is, set up
Do the
boundaries
opposite.
based on that.
Oh,
I
sorry.
think the
Yeah.
hard part. I think the hard part is that nothing I've done feels good,
Uh-huh.
and I'm kind of just like,
yeah.
do I resign myself to the fact that this is just forever? Like, I'm gonna just always be the fucking Grinch for this month. Like, I don't want that to be the case, but I really can't think of another option besides, like, completely removing myself from the whole thing. Because even when I'm in, like, a Friendsgiving or, like, a casual setting, it's still just, like, irks the shit out of me. Like, I don't know. I'm just, like, I hate that I'm even doing this.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know. It just feels so forced. Like, I'm just like, what's the fucking point? Not to mention Thanksgiving is just a disgusting holiday generally. And I can't believe that people just gorge themselves for, like, a genocide. I don't know. It's just really gross. But, like, that's a different Targmart thing. But, yeah, I don't really know. Honestly, I have no idea.
Well, shit.
But
well, guys.
What I did want to touch on, though, is that along with the pandemic stuff, like, because I know we kind of talk about the bitterness a lot, and I feel like that has come up so much for me with this holiday season and the pandemic generally. Like, just watching people go back to the safety net of their family's childhood mansion home with their, like, mom who, like, cooks all their meals and dad is, like, the breadwinner. You know, it's, like, this, like, nuclear just, like, I'm paying your rent still family. And it's just, like...
And we're these angry little Cinderellas, you know?
Exactly. And I'm just, like, safety net. Like, you know, so it's just, like, watching people do that has been kind of difficult.
Cinderella.
So yeah, I don't know. I feel like it was kind of inevitable to be feeling pretty bitter this holiday season.
Don't be bitter, man. Be better, man. Shit, man. That's Targmart speaking.
Fuck, man.
Thanks, man. I needed that.
You know, it might sound cheesy, but I just like sharing the company of people that I love. And yeah, is it like a
4
stupid
thumbs
ass
down.
excuse?
Oh, sorry.
Pardon?
Oh, I said 4 thumbs down. It wasn't worth waiting for. Let's go.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, okay. I mean, yeah, do I fucking
JK.
condone Thanksgiving as a holiday? Of course fucking not. Genocide? No. Like, that's not my bag. But, like, I do like to get together with people I love. And that's just the bottom line. Like, I don't know.
I just think that we can do that any day of the fucking week. So that's why I get annoyed, because I'm just like, I get that the day, it's like, okay, we're setting aside this day to get together with people we maybe don't see, do something we don't do, cook dinner together. But I just think it's like, that could be any old fucking Friday, your Shabbat fucking dinner. I don't know. Like, I just don't get why it has to be, like, I think that's what I find so annoying, is that, like, the pressure lies within that, like, this one day of the year that we do this. And it's just like,
we just went to a fucking villa for your birthday. So is that different? That doesn't apply?
Wait, I'm just confused.
You left me speechless.
No, I just don't know. Like, that was, like, also that was a vacation for all of us.
Okay, yeah.
I just think, like, the holiday, that wasn't
I'm just being a douchebag devil's advocate.
You are being a douchebag.
Douchebag devil's advocate.
Okay, well, here it's like kind of the same concept.
Here's
it's not, because it's not Targmart based. I'm not a fucking corporation.
No, it is. Every single holiday is, including birthdays. What, they have a whole fucking section of cards for just for fucking birthdays.
I think that's an individual thing, like your birthday. Harry, what do you think?
I'm loving this.
Birthdays are different than fucking holidays.
I think birthdays have been corporatized. I think we're getting really into. Do you mind if I just pull out my big QAnon PowerPoint real quick?
Yeah.
But okay, while you're, I think that, like birthdays, other things, I think one of the things, like you were talking about how it's just like any other day, right? So you could just, like, act like it's any other day, but it's still, like, an active choice. Like, there's no way to not acknowledge it and, like, be in this scenario.
Yep, exactly.
So it's like this, there's this, like, problem in ethics called the trolley problem, which is, like, there is a train going down a railroad track, and then there's a fork in the track. There's a split, and it's like going to go towards the right side, and there's like 5 people on the track. And if you flick this switch that you have access to, it's going to go to the left, and it only kills 1 person, right? And the problem with, it seems like you're in that scenario, like you're obligated to do something. So you either flick the switch and you go to kill the one guy, which is just like being alone, or you let it go down the right path and you just get splattered at your Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, and get on your soapbox about how everything's fucked and evil. But it's sort of like that, because I try to abstain, but I feel like there's this thing like Targmart perpetuated, but like in our culture and society, it's a thing, like you literally can't escape it. Even if you do everything normally, like that's an act you've made. So it's like you can't really escape it. Maybe if it's not in the people around you and you forget about it eventually, but like that's the thing about it, is I always try to avoid them, but it's like, because it's so about other people, and I don't know, this weird secular money baggy yummy yum religion thing we have going on in America. You just can't avoid it, like, because not doing something is a choice. Not engaging is like a passive engagement, and so that's why it just always gets me like a truck. I'm like, all right, this year I'm just gonna be super chill and trim my toenails, and then like I'll be trimming my toenails, and I'm like, this is what I did. And then I'm like, no, it's just another day. And I'm like, no, this is Thanksgiving, trimming my toenails and stuffing fist deep into this turkey, trying to crack the wishbone from the inside. Thoughts?
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
True. It's
and
true.
I think that's the fucking struggle. And also, I think it's just funny because it's like, even though... Actually, it's a good point for you to bring up the birthday thing, because because for that, like, it, first of all, like, I think it was, it wasn't something that's that's not something we would do every year. It's like a new experience. And I think the thing about like the holidays is that like you generally know what it's going to be. And personally, I don't know if you guys feel this way, I don't find the activities fun. Like, I don't know how else to explain it besides, like, I don't like feasting on way too much food. And I don't know, something about, like, I don't know, presents. Like, it's just, like, so capitalistic. I just feel like it's not really, like, yes, I like spending time with people I love, which is why I brought up that birthday thing. But it's, like... I don't know. I feel like it just feels so different on those days. Like, I'm just like, this doesn't feel like it's about spending time with people. It feels like it's about, like adhering to this unspoken thing we're supposed to do and we're supposed to love.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
I feel like a Grinch when I'm just like, oh, I don't like hanging out with people I like. You know what I mean? It's like, because like... That's not the case, but I don't know. For some reason, when it's on the day, I'm just like, this sucks ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's a hot take.
That is your take, and you're hot, so it's a hot take.
No, it's burning my eyes, yeah.
I don't necessarily... I mean, my stance. Like, I'm sentimental. I'm fucking... a weepy crybaby. I like doing things with people, and I like making people feel good, and I like letting other people make me feel good. Well, that's not true. That's hard for me. But I just think it's like acts of love for other people, like cooking meals together. Like, it's kind of an act of love and an act of service of like, I'm going to like make this for everybody to enjoy. I'm going to, pick out a really thoughtful gift for somebody because like I think of them and I love them and I want them to know that, like, I don't know. I think that that's just kind of sentimental, and I don't know. I like sharing in love, and I like to make other people feel special. So it is kind of a nice outlet, but like does it need to be done on December 25th? No, it could be done on fucking July 25th. Like, it doesn't matter. It's true that, like, the day doesn't matter. And, like, we put way too much weight into these things, and that's part of Targmart's agenda. But I don't know. And, like, you know, you can choose to not gorge on food.
No, totally. I'm just speaking generally about, like, the concepts. Like, it's just like, you know, like, I'd much rather go on a trip or, like, do something that's, like, a new life experience than, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just so fucking cynical, but, like,
no, there is, like, a collective energy around the holidays that's, like, very gluttonous and hedonistic. Like, I feel it when the days hit where I'm just like, holy shit, like, everyone's worlds are colliding right now. And, like, I just imagine like a fucking just, you know, all American family going in on a bunch of turkey and ham. And like, that's it's a gross picture to me, but, like, that's none of my fucking business. Like, I'm gonna do whatever I want to do. But
I think in our defense, speaking as the co-chairman of the enclave of angry Grinches, I think it makes sense that, like, such bitterness, because we are definitely not alone, and neither are you, grief baby. I mean, you're probably alone because you're depressed, but you're not that alone. Like, metaphorically, literally. Oh my gosh, get out of the house. But
if you smoke, you're not alone.
Like, I don't know. It reminds me of this thing, like, James Baldwin said about, like, he used this analogy to describe, like, outsiders, where, like, the waiter knows more about the person he's serving than the people who are being served know about the waiter. And it's because, like, by being an outsider, you get to like observe these things and how, like, sometimes, like, absurd they are. And
that's very true.
And I think for us, I know food service, and I think for us, why we're in that position is because, you know, I think a lot of the time, like, holidays and, like, dates and, like, the calendar, like, circling back are sort of like, you know, it's like repetition. It's like, all right, it's not the same time, but it is in this certain way. And for, I think, a lot of people, it's like a pretty similar thing every year, and that's, like, a great comfort. And the good thing is, like, the things Maddie's talking about, like the love and the togetherness and, you know, that corny shit. No, it's not corny. But then once, like, that leaves and you don't have access to that anymore, and then you're like, well, what can I do with the rest of it? And then it's just like, it's just like, oh, I spent $100 stuffing this stuffing into my little stuff hole. And now I gotta buy a big card, and I gotta go to Rockefeller, and I gotta hug the tree and give it little kisses. I gotta give it little kisses, and then it's like, well, what the fuck is this shit? And that's why we're Grinches, and that's why I'm like, I'm like, my roommates are like, let's get a Christmas tree. And I'm like, you will be lucky if you get a secular branch in my dead dad's house. Like, we're not doing it.
No, you know, because I'm not lost on the absurdity of the holidays. Okay, I'm not. I'm fucking secretary of the Scrooge-a-Rooney Club. Like,
No, I think there is something to be said for those acts, and that's why, I don't know, I'm actually interested in this. I've never thought of birthdays as a holiday, so I'm interested in that comparison because, like, I feel like it's, like, for example, if it's someone I really care about, if it's their birthday, like, I feel like that's more special to me, like, taking care of that person or, like, reaching out or giving them something, whatever, like, I feel like that's more meaningful than the stupid fucking holidays. I don't know. And maybe this is just because, like you said, Harry, like, when you don't really have that comfort and that, like, family that's gonna take care of you, like, I don't know. I just feel like, again, it's like that fucking, like, metal armor that's like, well, I'm just gonna, like, completely fucking hate the holidays or, like, not participate or kind of go against it, because if I really tried to celebrate the traditional way, I couldn't. Like, I don't have that, like, traditional family who's gonna welcome me back home to fucking bumfuck Ohio. Like, you know, I don't know. Like,
bumfuck, yummy.
Red pill. red
Mhm.
pill.
Yeah, I don't know, because I don't want to be a bitter fucking bitch every year, but like here I am. You know?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I know.
don't like being the Grinch, but like I feel like it chose me.
We should
Yeah.
have we should create like an anti-Christmas song, and it should be a remix of "Wake Me Up When September Ends," but "Wake Me Up When December Ends."
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah.
7 days of Christmas have gone so fast. Um, 7 partridge. I don't know. I don't know how that song goes. I'm a Grinch.
I don't either. I
These
So-
meaningless
forgot.
gifts will never last.
Mhm,
Wake me
mhm,
up
mhm.
when
There we go.
Okay, actually, Harry, I'm
ends.
interested to hear what you think of this, because Maddie and I think it was maybe on Thanksgiving, we were rating holidays.
Okay.
We were like, so obviously fuck every holiday kind of, but like
Mhm.
we were kind of like, okay, who can maybe stay and who definitely has to go. So what was our list? It was Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter.
Oh, Easter
Out.
is first
So
getting
out.
kicked out.
Like for 4th of July,
President's
done.
Day. I don't
Columbus Day.
even that.
done. Labor Day, we hate labor.
Ooh, oh god, this one. Ooh, Veterans Day.
Veterans Day, that's controversial.
We're putting that one in the
Valentine's,
decide later.
fuck that. Capitalizing on love. Targmart at
Yeah,
its
how
finest.
dare you?
How dare you,
dare
chocolates?
you?
And
Are
then
you fucking kidding me?
We
Love?
said New Year's is on the verge. One more step over the line, and New Year's is gone. Because guess
You're
what?
out.
I like
It's
what New
always
Year's
a letdown.
represents.
Oh,
The fresh start, new leaf, Harry, new leaf.
oh
But
yeah.
It's
a
amateur
bitter leaf.
hour. It's
Amateur hour. Halloween, pretty neutral, similar to New Year's, where it's never as fun as you think. But
It's a silly goose
you know,
time.
dress up. It's chill. Veil is thin, spooky. It's fine. What did we say though? We said that April Fool's Day is number 1.
April Fool's
Oh, yeah.
is by far.
Yeah, that one can stay.
It's like the best one, probably. I don't even know other holidays.
Which is ludicrous. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I-
we're celebrating April Fools.
Dude, New Year's can bite it, because you know what?
Yeah.
I never get a refresher on New Year's, because it's like, people are
That's
like,
true.
New Year, what's your resolution? It's like, I'm going to get really sad in 4 days, because
Yeah.
that's my dad's anniversary. And then that's
Yeah.
going to sort of waft like a little yeast infection, like a little Christmas wreath infection, all the way up until the next New Year's. So honestly, New Year can bite it, because it's
Yeah.
not a New Year. Like, it's like a scab crusting and popping, you know, and there's some goo coming out. Yeah, not nice, huh? That's what that little thing in Manhattan is to me. It's a big body pimple when that ball goes up and drops.
Just
Yep.
a
Yep.
cyst.
So-
A cyst.
I
I
don't.
seen-
Yeah, let's see. What I mean, I think birthdays could stay, like, for people
I
who
like
want
birthdays.
them.
I like birthdays.
I don't know. Oliver, I'm trying to think. They're either all in the winter and I hate them, or they're politically malevolent and terrifying historically. So
Oh God, we
Yeah.
didn't even say 4th of July.
No, I
Blech.
said
Oh,
4th of
did
July.
we? Oh,
No,
didn't hear
absolutely
it.
not.
Didn't even hear it.
Yeah,
In one
you
ear out the
blocked
other.
it out. Also, can we just talk about how New Year's? This is. I think I maybe just switched over to your side, Harry, because people put on diapers and
Oh, God.
stand in Times Square to see the ball drop.
Yeah,
How
that's so
fucking
crazy.
disgusting! They're just shitting
Where's
their
the dignity?
diaphy
Where is
Yeah.
the dignity?
to see the big pimple drop. Like
I can't tell if we're off track or we're finally getting to the root of the whole problem.
No, I
Oof,
think
off
we
track.
I
some
think we're
answers.
deep on track, and we're gonna run over the 5 people, and that's
Yeah.
the track. Yeah.
That's the track.
totally.
Do you guys think?
Steamrolling.
Do you guys think anything's going well this year? I don't know. I feel I feel like this. I guess last year I was getting out of outpatient, so I felt pretty good then. But yeah, I don't know. It always bums me out when it like hits me anyways, which I think is something I'm learning that I'll never learn, is how to like anticipate it.
Yeah.
So I guess that. Yeah, I don't know. Do you guys feel like you're learning anything or at all anytime ever before you die? Question.
I feel like the holiday season, it's just like a great big crescendo that starts at Thanksgiving, and then you were just going up, up, up into Christmas, and then finally the shit breaks at New Year's. And I just feel like there's just this like heightened energy that I can't help but be affected by during these times. And like along with just the dark, dreadful fucking winter, my cracked knuckles and my
sun setting at 4:30
chapped
type
lips.
beat.
Yeah, just the eternal darkness outside and
Hallmark
inside
card
of me.
blocking the sun.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like during these times, I feel like whenever life deviates from the norm in a little dipper way, like you kind of, you know, like I'm going through some personal stuff right now, and we have the holidays looming, and people are going home to spend time with their lovely families. Yeah, it's so like anytime I'm like going through something, I don't know if you guys experience this, but it's like, okay, I'm going through a breakup, and then I think about mommy being dusty dust. And it just like it's the cherry on top. I'm like,
and then it's like, oh, and it's Christmas. Oh,
yeah,
right.
I don't know. It's just like it's a domino effect, and it
feels like they're out to get you. I don't know. I feel like just like terrible things always happen to me on Thanksgiving, like all the time. Like, Harry, you know this. No, but seriously, like even before mom died, like I had this weird, I feel like there was this weird curse where it was like every Thanksgiving just something like god awful would happen. So I think I just associate it with that. Like I just associate the holidays with dysfunction, chaos, like stress. And that's why I can't find it enjoyable, because that's how I see it. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, it doesn't even matter if I'm not experiencing the same thing I used to with the family I used to spend time with. Like, it's just like, I feel like it just still carries the vibe. Like, I'm just like, ugh. I can't bring myself to reinvent the wheel. Like, it's just like not worth it.
Yeah, it's like mad aftershock from like our dysfunction junction upbringings. You know, it's like there was so much chaos all the time, but especially around these times, and like we're just like feeling the reverberations from like you know ghosts of fucking Christmases past. It's like I don't know. I think maybe when more years pass, like we will gradually feel better, but like. Yeah, obviously there's always going to be just like the omnipresent Targmart.
Yeah, well, it's, I know, the whole reinventing the wheel thing as it's crushing your gonads with its big metal thing. I mean, and I think that's something that is easy for me at least to forget. In fact, I've forgotten it for 4 years until now, but some people like the holidays, and that's sort of what's normal. And
exactly,
like, because people will tell me, like, I was like, I fucking hate this shit, and they're like, oh, and I say it to myself, like, oh, you can make it your own. I was like, make it my own? It's the 2,000-year-old love child between capitalism and Jesus Christ. Heard of him? It's not mine.
No.
Someone else patented the shit out of it. It's Chester Cheeto and Bezos, and they're gouging the shit out of me. You know? So I like... and I think that makes this weird sort of like dissociative, really alienating thing where this is something people look forward to. It's like a time of togetherness. Like, I think this might
drink the Kool-Aid, man.
Yeah,
like,
I mean this might shock you guys, but the holidays are supposed to be rejuvenating, right? And for yeah, they are. Yeah, boom. Open that newspaper.
That?
They're supposed to be nice. But for
never
like
more tense.
The holidays are energy vampires.
Yeah.
I'm drained after them completely.
I'm drained. I'm so dry. I'm pretty much cremated. All you need to do is light me up with a Bic, and I'll just be daddy in there. I'm so dry. Like, I'm chapped down to the nodes. Every lymph node, daddy node, all of them. They're crusty crab.
Just a bunch of exposed nerves. It's
No, totally. I agree. And I think, okay, to circle back to your question, what have you learned? I think going off of that point, I've learned that I have to accept that my perception of this time is not going to be like anybody else's, and that's okay. Like, I don't want to...
Well, I think a lot of people probably agree with,
No, totally. But, like, I don't... Like, even Maddie, like, you and I, we have different perceptions of the holidays. And we went through a very similar experience. So it's, like, I just feel like I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that like not everyone is going to understand why I feel so crusty and dusty and tense.
Musty.
And like, I think
yeasty.
I just have to be like, okay with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is where I stand. If other people don't get it, I don't really care. Like, I feel like I just need to really do my own thing and just figure out like what makes me feel less cuckoo, because I'm not ever probably gonna feel like super fucking relaxed and rejuvenated on the holidays.
Trial and error. Unfortunately, you only get one try a year, so it takes a while to figure out what feels right, but
it's usually a big error.
You'll figure it out.
So start warming up, everyone. It's coming. Big C.
I mean, I'm happy to say that we have no plans for Christmas thus far. It's like a few weeks away. But yeah. I don't know what I've learned. I've just learned that people are deluded to believe that Santa Claus is going to bring, it's like Santa Claus is bringing them nirvana down the chimney. It's like, I don't know what you're expecting, bro.
He's got Kurt Cobain in his little sack. Well, is there anything, Maddie, that like you thought that you learned at one point before your first holidays or something, or like, because that's what I'm always finding. I'm like, oh, I thought I learned all these things that were going to fix this. And then I learned that I didn't know them. That's what I'm learning. I'm learning about things that I was wrong about having thought I learned them.
Okay, I see.
No, yeah,
I kind of can empathize, because I do think I have like this kind of like optimistic view of the holidays, as you guys have heard. I'm like, it's all about love and shit. But then, yeah, like, the day actually comes around, you know, like December 25th will come around and I will feel like a hollowed version of myself.
I mean, on Thanksgiving, we were literally like sitting in the chairs watching everyone cook, and we're like, yeah, like, I felt like a shell of a human. I was like, is it okay that I'm not lifting a finger? And everyone's like, yeah, it's fine. I was like, okay.
We love it.
A lot of cigarettes were smoked that day, and I guess that's one thing I've learned. The holidays are better with a big nicotine addiction.
Yeah.
Baby, I am breathing through a Christmas candy cane, like hollowed out. It is like a Twizzler hole, and there's so much mirth, and it's a tar cane. It's a
Targmart.
It's a Targmart. Hey, full circle. Full circle, guys. Nailed it.
Fucking circle.
The full circle is the wheel. Get your gonads ready and just accept that the waiter's going to crush them.
The waiter's coming.
The waiter's coming,
we're killing
baby.
5 people on our trolley ride. So get on or get off.
Get on the wheel.
The trolley's going all the way to Bezos' front door. So.
And we're knocking it down with our Grinch canes, and we're picketing. We're picketing with Rockefeller.
And we're gonna smoke his place
at the
out.
North fucking Pole. So we'll see you there.
We're like, get your elf ass out here. Are you paying these elves, Santa? Are they interns? They don't need to be interns. They can be their own guys. This is the Grinch Patrol, and we're actually really misunderstood. Okay, the next. They're like, actually, the elves aren't
located in the North Pole. They're located in like Myanmar, in one of the sweatshops. But.
Oh. Wow.
Wow. Political.
Dark.
Political. Oh my gosh.
That was fucking dark. Anyway.
I mean, honestly, true. Think about all the shit we're buying, but.
Yep.
You know.
Buy local.
Capitalism.
Another reason. So yeah,
Anyways.
I guess griefies. If you.
Let's wrap it up. Ooh,
pun.
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up with a bow and a big old chapstick. Yeah, if you have any suggestions or experiences with this holiday season, don't hesitate to reach out. We want to hear what you're doing with that lever.
The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's trauma bond in our inbox.
Yeah, let's trauma bond. And yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to people who are dropping really hot emails in our inbox.
Yeah.
Anonymous for now, but big shout out to you. Made our day. And remember, if you got a little griefy out there, shoot them a text. And you know what? They're
Yes.
not going to get back to you for 8 days because they're really fucked up and they're sort of angry. But shoot them a text anyways because they'll appreciate it later when they're regretting not responding. And that's what
Exactly.
Christmas is about, my little babushkas.
My little babushkas,
Exactly.
little babies, gift babies.
Merry Targmart babushkis.
Watch out for that wheel, baby. Watch out for that wheel. Mary Targmart.
Mary and Joseph and little
Mary
baby Jesus.
and Mega Chapstick.
Mary, Joseph, and Marlboro. Happy Christmas.
Speaking of.
All right. Ciao. We're going to go honk it.
Bye.
Ciao, babies.
Bye.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
bad. Not bad.
Sort of
Not
what's
bad.
normal.
Not bad.
Sort
Not
of
bad.
what's
Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
you are.
Not bad.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
not bad at all.